you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. Well, thank you. So what is your experience with dairy sensitivity and lactose intolerance?
Well, you know, my husband and my daughter are both dairy sensitive, meaning that their bodies have a hard time processing the lactose, which is the natural sugar that appears in milk. And we noticed this because they were not feeling well after certain dishes, after eating certain dishes. So once we pinpointed what the problem was, I teamed up with Lactaid so that I could bring in lactose-free milk into our family so that I can make the puddings. I can serve milk to my kids on their cereal, that my husband can have a cappuccino. So we brought in the lactose-free milk as an option so that they're not missing out on all the health benefits of milk, but I'm also extending into other dairy items that are lower in lactose, naturally speaking. Cheeses, yogurts, all very good options that are a little bit easier for the lactose intolerant to digest.
And what are some important nutrients we get from dairy products?
Dairy is a very unique nutrient package. I think a lot of us recognize calcium, but it also delivers 8 other essential nutrients. So along with that calcium, phosphorus and vitamin D actually help build and support strong bones. And milk is also a good source of protein that helps build and repair muscle tissue. So all these nutrients are so important in our diets throughout our lives, and it's important that when you are dairy sensitive or lactose intolerant that you can still enjoy dairy. I think that's kind of the big message that we want to share is lactose intolerance, dairy sensitivity does not mean dairy avoidance, and we don't want to miss out on those essential nutrients that dairy delivers.
And how can those who are lactose intolerant still incorporate dairy products into their diet?
Well, one thing that Melissa mentioned earlier that I think is a great point is, we can lean on Lactaid, lactose-free milk and dairy products, but we can also look, when you're going down that dairy aisle, you can also look for yogurts and cheese and make sure that you're getting those 3 servings of dairy that's recommended every day. To really build that nutrient-rich diet, we need all 5 of the food groups, and dairy is such a critical part of building that nutrient-rich diet. So you can lean on that variety of options that are available and make sure that you're getting those essential nutrients.
And if you're looking for inspiration for some of those recipes, you can go over to lactaid.com, but there's also a dairy digestion test that you can take to determine, sort of like how my family had to do it, sort of say, we know we're not feeling well, what's going on? And that's a really good place to start.
Absolutely.
And do you have any additional tips or information you'd like to share with us?
Sure. You can visit nationaldairycouncil.org to really learn more about lactose intolerance and the health benefits that dairy delivers. And like Melissa mentioned, lactaid.com has that dairy digestion test and is a great way to also connect with all the wonderful recipes that Melissa was talking about. And we are both very big advocates of learning more because knowledge is power.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye-bye.